Welcome back to the Paulie G Show, coming to you live from high atop Mount Georgia. How are you? Happy Labor Day 2022 weekend. Man, summer is over. I can't believe it. Let me think of all the fun things I did this summer. Work. No, that's not true. I had some fun this summer. Anyway, wanted to make a video today, a follow-up to my Gibson ES-335 sort of unboxing, although I spared you the unboxing part of it. Nobody wants to see anybody open up a box, right? I just uncased it for you, so I spared you that annoying unboxing stuff. So anyway, I just wanted to do a follow-up. I've had this now for a number of months. And, you know, I fall more in love with it really every time I play it. I'm just really thrilled to have it. So this one, as I said in my previous video, I bought this at the Gibson demo shop on reverb.com. So Gibson has a shop there where they sell some models and guitars that, you know, might have had a blemish on them here and there. And to be honest with you, I don't even remember what the blemish was on this guitar that they had marked it as, you know, not a first quality level Gibson. So they marked them demo. They give it a serial number. They used to sell them as seconds years ago. They would just have second on the headstock instead of a proper serial number. But they serialize them now and they mark them demo. And they actually do some custom upgrades to them as well to kind of motivate you to buy them. And they sell them at a price that's, you know, significantly lower than you would pay for their regularly priced, you know, guitars. So there's a lot of opportunity there. If you can live with the demo on the back of the headstock, I don't have a problem with it. Maybe someday if I go to sell it, it might knock a few bucks off the price, you know, I don't know. But it's otherwise just an extraordinary guitar, and it's got some beautiful figuring on the top. I wanted the cherry red version. You know, get that 60s kind of vibe going on it, you know, the Eric Clapton type, you know, version of the guitar. I originally bought a Sunburst one, which was like a 58 style, and it had some beautiful, amazing pickups on it. I think they were like the El Nico Classics or something. But the neck was just too fat for me because I have really small hands. So I wanted that 60s profile neck, and I just wanted a cherry red one, to be honest with you. I like it better than the Burst, you know, got to be honest. So, you know, I ordered this one, and the other reason I wanted this one was because it has these new T-type pickups that everyone seems to be raving about. So I had wanted to try them, and again, you can't find these in the stores. So it's not like you can go to your local guitar shop and try even one of these, let alone 3 or 4. So it's one of these things where you know there's a little bit of risk involved in buying these. But anyway, I had wanted one with these T-type pickups because I don't own anything otherwise that had them. And you know, they sound great. I'm really happy with them. The only thing I'll say about them is that when I first plugged it in, as compared to that 58 style version, it's a lot brighter. It lost some of that earthy kind of 335 tone, But all I really had to do after a little bit of experimenting is stop using my normal diming of the tone knob and just roll off a little bit of the tone, and it brought me right into that warmer, zone. So, got it. Awesome. So, but again, 335s, what can you say? It's the the classic Gibson, one of the classic Gibson models. And it's arguably the most versatile, if not one of the most versatile electric guitars. Everybody has used them for jazz, certainly blues, country, rock and roll. So you can really, you can get so many different things out of these, from a B.B. King style player to an Eric Clapton in the late '60s, Cream kind of sound, and and really right up to present day. You take like a Rich Robinson open G, bunch of distortion, and just melt your face volume out of these. So they just do a lot of things, and that's really the main reason I had wanted a semi-hollow style guitar. And it's lived up to my every expectation. Telecasters too are very versatile, but I think this one has a little bit of a leg up on, say, a Telecaster from that respect. You think of all the session guys that back in the day, when I guess there were session guys that did these sessions and played on all kinds of hit records, Steely Dan or rock and roll records or Beach Boys, whatever. Very often this was their go-to guitar because it did all those things, and they didn't have to bring 3 or 4 or 5 guitars to a session to get the different styles of playing sounds that they wanted. So for me, the beginning of all this was I set out wanting a semi-hollow style body guitar for writing purposes and recording, and just understanding what's it like to play one. I'd never played one. I never had one. So the first one I bought was, some of you have probably heard of these already, the Firefly, the infamous Firefly semi-hollow. These were being sold on Amazon.com a few years ago for $140. That's right, $140. They're not there anymore, or if they are, they sell out in 5 seconds flat. So really the only way to find these now is people are basically buying them and selling them on Reverb for double the price. So, expect to pay like $250 to $300. But I got to say, I lucked out and got this one for around $140, and it is an unbelievable guitar, especially for that price. I got some amazing sounds out of this thing. I recorded the better part of my first album, which is called North and South, available on your favorite streaming platforms, whatever that may be. Paul, Georgia, North and South. Buy it, download it, please. Appreciate that. And about half of the electric tracks on that album, I recorded or wrote with this guitar. I got some amazing sounds out of it. It didn't play great right out of the box. There were some issues with the frets. The frets were really scratchy and gummy, and had to do a lot of polishing and do some setup work and things like that on it. But the pickups in this semi-hollow body produce an amazing sound. I mean, this thing is really, I gotta say, it's unbelievable, especially for that price. I still don't understand how they make a guitar of this quality for $140. I shudder to think of the people that are having to build these things and what they're being paid. So I hope it's not as bad as I'm thinking. But anyway. So I could have got this one and stopped there and been perfectly happy, right? But with me, I go down these rabbit holes, and I started to think about getting a Gibson 339, ES-339, which is a 335 shrunk down to almost like a Les Paul size body. And I had looked and looked for Gibson ones, and they're pretty expensive. But I came upon some videos or some introductions somehow to these Epiphone ES-339s. And I played this thing, and this is another unbelievable guitar, especially for the price. So this is the 339 Pro. It has these Burst Bucker Pro pickups, and it has split coils on it. This is a fantastic guitar. You know, again, it was around $500. They're probably closer to $600 now with inflation and things. But again, I've pulled some sounds out of this that are just amazing. And again, Epiphone, I've said it before and I'll say it again, with some exceptions. I've had some great experiences recently with Epiphone guitars from their, you know, master-built acoustics. Some of them, not all. Watch my J200 video. But their higher-end electric guitars that they're making now, they're really doing some great stuff. And this is a case in point. These are fantastic. For the price, you know, it's hard to find a better, more versatile guitar than this for, you know, $500–600. I just, you know, I continue to be amazed by what's available today for these lower priced, you know, guitars. But, you know, again, for me, like anything else, I'm never going to be satisfied until I get, you know, the ultimate. And this really is. I mean, this is the top of the heap for me. You know, they make higher end models. There's the 345, which has a tone variant knob, and the 355s, which are a little more ornate in terms of, you know, decorations and things like the BB King type thing. But, you know, I just wanted a classic hardtail 335, and this thing has just been a delight to own. So, you know, check out, you know, the Gibson Reverb website, you know, Gibson demo shop, if you're looking for one of these. But if you're looking for something less expensive, you know, these 339s and actually the Epiphone 335s in the same recent years are pretty unbelievable, you know, as well. So a lot of great opportunities out there. So I'm really overloaded with fun stuff to play. So I don't know, at some point I think I'm going to have to thin the herd. But I just wanted to make a quick video to tell you, you know, how happy I am with this guitar. And so today is Friday. Tomorrow I have a show. And then Sunday morning I am leaving for Los Angeles, which will almost certainly include a trip to Norman's Rare Guitars, which is a very dangerous thing for someone like me. But, you know, maybe if I can, I'll try to make a little video while I'm there. I don't know how they're going to feel about that. But if I can, I'll shoot a little quick video while I'm there. And I've been there a number of times. I've bought a few guitars. I haven't demoed any of them yet for you. But I've bought a few things from Norman. And he's really a great guy to deal with, you know, and just a great person to just meet and speak with. I know he's been ill recently. You know, he's had some health issues, but he's back in the store a lot. And you know, I want to have the opportunity to see him again, you know, while he's still working. So anyway, if I can, I will send you a video from Norman's Rare Guitars. But until next time, this is Paulie G reminding you that when it comes to guitars, you only need one. More. See you next time.